I'm going to give you 4 compliments that are so powerful, so different from what every other guy is saying that women literally can't stop thinking about them. And the best part? These aren't pickup lines or cheesy tricks. They're psychological triggers that tap into what women really want to hear. But fair warning, these are called forbidden compliments for a reason. Once you use them, there's no going back. Let me ask you something. How many times have you complimented a woman and got that polite smile followed by nothing? You know the one I'm talking about. That thanks, that basically means conversation over. Here's the thing most guys don't understand. If she's attractive, she's heard you're beautiful about 1,000 times this week. It's like giving someone a participation trophy. Sure, it's nice, but it doesn't make her heart race. Think about it this way. If someone told you, nice shirt, versus there's something about your confidence that makes everyone in the room notice you, which one would stick with you? Which one would make you curious about what they see in you? That's exactly what we're talking about today. I'm going to be completely honest with you. As a woman, I know exactly how our brains work when we hear these things. I know the mental gymnastic we do trying to figure out what a guy means when he says them. So you're getting the inside scoop today. These aren't your typical compliments about looks or clothes. These go deeper. They hit us on an emotional level that makes us want to know more about the guy who said them. The first forbidden compliment is, you have this energy about you that I can't quite put my fingers on. Now, before you think that sounds simple, let me explain why this is psychological gold. When most guys compliment a woman, they're solving a puzzle for her. You're pretty, puzzle solved. She knows you find her attractive. You're funny, great. You think she's entertaining. But this compliment, this creates a puzzle for her to solve. See, when you tell a woman she has an energy you can't put your finger on, you're basically saying, something about you is special, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. And trust me, that drives us absolutely crazy in the best way possible. Here's what's happening in her brain. What energy? What does he see? What makes me different? And boom, now she's thinking about you and what you think about her. Let me give you a real example. I was at a party once and this guy came up to me. Instead of the usual, hey, you look great tonight, he said, you know what? You have this energy that makes everyone around you seem more relaxed. I noticed it the second you walked in. Guys, I thought about that comment for weeks. I kept replaying it, trying to figure out what he meant. Was it how I smiled? How I talked to people? What energy was he talking about? And here's the kicker. Every time I thought about that comment, I was thinking about him. That's the power of this compliment. It plants a seed in her mind that keeps growing. Now, here's how to use it right. Timing is everything. Don't just walk up to a random woman and say this. Wait for a moment when you've been talking for a bit, when there's already some connection. Maybe she's told a story, or maybe she's made you laugh, or you've noticed something unique about how she interacts with people. Make it specific to the moment. Instead of generic energy, you could say, you have this way of making people comfortable that I can't quite put my finger on. Or there's something about how you think that's different for most people I meet. And here's the secret sauce. After you say this, don't explain it right away. Let her wonder. If she asks, what do you mean? You can simply smile and say, I'm still figuring it out myself. Trust me, she'll spend the next hour trying to show you more sides of her so you can figure it out. And that's when you know you've got her hooked. Compliment number 2 is even more powerful. I feel like you're the type of person who has stories most people never get to hear. Okay, this one is sneaky good. And let me tell you why. Every woman, and I mean every woman, feels like there's parts of herself that people don't see or understand. Maybe she's secretly super nerdy about astronomy, but looks like a party girl. Maybe she writes poetry, but works in finance. Maybe she's incredibly deep, but everyone sees her as the funny friend. When you tell her she seems like someone with untold stories, you're basically saying, I see beyond your surface, and I think there's more to discover. And guys, that is like catnip to women. Here's why this works so well. First, it makes her feel mysterious and interesting. Instead of complimenting what everyone else can see, you're suggesting there's hidden depths to her. That's incredibly attractive to hear. Second, it makes her want to prove you right. She'll start thinking, what story do I have? What would surprise him? And then she'll want to share them with you. I remember a guy said something similar to me once. He said, I bet you're the kind of person who has at least 3 hobbies that would surprise people. And you know what I did? I immediately started listing all my weird interests. My obsession with true crime podcasts, how I collect vintage postcards, my secret love of 90s boy bands. I spent 20 minutes basically giving him my whole personality profile because I wanted to prove, yes, I was full of surprises. And the whole time, I was becoming more and more interested in him because he got it. He saw that I wasn't just surface level. Here's how to use this one. Wait for the right moment. This works best when she's revealed something small about herself. But when you've noticed something that doesn't quite match her exterior, maybe she mentioned she reads a lot, or she made a reference to something unexpected, or she reacted to something in a way that surprised you. Be specific if you can. Instead of just stories, you can say, I feel like you're someone who has traveled to places that aren't in any guidebook. Or, you seem like the type who has random skills that would surprise people. And here's the magic part. After you say it, give her space to fill in the blank. Don't immediately ask, what stories? Let her decide what to share. She'll choose the story that matters most to her, which means she's giving you access to the real her. Plus, when someone shares their hidden stories with you, they feel closer to you. It's basic psychology. We like people more when we've opened up to them. So not only does this compliment make her feel seen and interesting, it also creates instant intimacy. She ends up sharing parts of herself she doesn't normally share with anyone else, which makes the conversation way deeper than your average small talk. And now for the most powerful one, compliment number 3. I can't decide if you're going to be really good for me or really dangerous. Okay. This one is advanced level, so pay attention. Most compliments put women in the power position. When you say, you're amazing, or you're the most beautiful woman here, you're basically putting her on a pedestal and waiting for her to decide if she likes you. But this compliment, this flips the whole script. Now she's wondering where she stands with you. Think about it. I can't decide if you're good for me or dangerous. Suggests that you're evaluating her, not the other way around. It implies she has power, but it also suggests you might be strong enough to walk away if she's trouble. And guys, women find that incredibly attractive. Here's a psychology behind it. Women are attracted to men who have options, who aren't desperate, who can't be easily manipulated. When you suggest you're still deciding about her, it shows confidence and self-respect. But it also does something else. It makes her feel exciting and unpredictable. Dangerous? Isn't an insult here. It's saying she has the power to shake up your world, and that's incredibly seductive. I had a guy say this to me once after I made some sarcastic joke about his choice of drink. Instead of getting defensive or just laughing it off, he looked at me and said, I'm starting to think you might be dangerous for my peace of mind. And let me tell you, that comment lived in my head rent-free for days. Was I dangerous? What did he mean? Did he like dangerous? Was that good or bad? And every time I thought about it, I was thinking about him and how he saw me. That's exactly what you want. Here's when and how to use this. Wait for playful tension. This works best when there's already some flirtation happening. Maybe she's teased you about something, or challenged you, or done something unexpectedly bold. Your delivery matters. Say it slowly, with a slight smile, like you're genuinely trying to figure her out. It should sound thoughtful, not like a pickup line. Examples and actions. She challenges you about something. I'm starting to think you might be trouble. She does something unexpectedly sweet after being sassy. I can't tell if you're an angel or you're going to completely mess up my plans. She surprises you with how smart or witty she is. You know what? I think you're going to be dangerous for my productivity. The beautiful thing about this compliment is it creates curiosity and shows confidence at the same time. She's thinking about what you meant, but she's also impressed that you're not just falling all over her, like most guys do. You're showing interest while maintaining your own power in the interaction. And that balance, that's what creates real attraction. And now for the final one. And this might be the most powerful one of all. You think differently than anyone I've ever met. And I can't tell if that's going to inspire me or drive me crazy. This compliment is like a masterclass in psychology because it hits on something every woman secretly hopes someone will notice: her mind. Here's the thing, guys. Most compliments focus on how a woman looks or acts. But this one focuses on how she thinks. And let me tell you, when someone notices and appreciates the way our mind works, That's when you really get our attention. Think about it. How many times have someone complimented a woman's intelligence by saying, "You're so smart"? That's nice, but it's generic. But when you say she thinks differently, you're saying she's not just smart, she's unique. Her brain works in ways that stand out from everyone else. And then you add that second part. I can't tell if that's going to inspire me or drive me crazy. And now you've created this perfect tension. You're saying her mind is so interesting that it could either be the best thing that ever happened to you or completely turn your world upside down. I had a guy say something like this to me after I explained my weird theory about why people choose certain coffee drinks based off their personality types. Instead of just saying, "That's interesting," or "You're really smart," he said, "Your brain goes places I never would have thought of." And I honestly don't know if that's fascinating or terrifying. And guys, I was hooked. He wasn't just complimenting my intelligence. He was saying my way of thinking was so unique, he could actually affect him. That made me feel powerful and intriguing at the same time. Here's why this works so well. It makes her feel intellectually attractive. Most women are used to being complimented on their looks, but being found mentally captivating? That's rare and incredibly meaningful. It shows you're not intimidated by smart women. A lot of guys get threatened when women show their intelligence. This compliment shows you find them attractive, even if it challenges you. It creates curiosity about what you mean. She'll want to know. Inspire you? How? Drive you crazy in what way? What about her thinking is so different? Here's when to use it. After she shared an opinion or perspective that surprised you, maybe she has a unique take on something everyone else sees differently, or she approaches the problem from an angle you didn't expect. When she's passionate about something, if she gets animated talking about her work, her hobbies, or her beliefs, and you can see her mind working in interesting ways during deeper conversations. This isn't a surface level compliment. Save it for when you've moved past small talk and she's really showing you how she thinks. You can say, "The way you just explained that, your mind works so differently from mine, and I'm not sure if I should be worried or excited about that." Or, "You know what? You see things from angles I never would have considered. I think spending time with you might completely change how I think about things." Or, "Your perspective on this is so unique, I feel like you're either going to teach me something incredible or completely mess with my head." And here's the secret sauce. After you say it, ask her more about her thoughts. Show genuine curiosity about her perspective. When a woman feels someone truly appreciates her, not just what she looks like, but how her mind works, that creates a connection that goes way deeper than physical attraction. This compliment makes her feel seen on the deepest level possible. And once a woman feels like you truly see and appreciate her mind, that's when she becomes completely fascinated by you. So why do these forbidden compliments work and the regular ones don't? It comes all down to psychology. Regular compliments are like fast food. They taste good in the moment, but they're forgotten quickly. These compliments are like a good mystery book. They stick with you because you can't stop thinking about them. Here's what they all have in common. First, they create mystery instead of solving it. Instead of telling her exactly what you think, you give her clues and let her imagination fill in the blank. Second, they make her feel unique without putting her on a pedestal. You're not worshiping her, you're genuinely intrigued by her. Third, they shift the dynamic. Instead of you trying to impress her, she starts wanting to impress you by living up to these intriguing things that you've noticed about her. Fourth, they go beyond the surface. Each one touches on something deeper: her energy, her hidden depths, her complexity, and her mind. And here's the most important part. They're all genuine. You're not making stuff up or using tricks. You're just paying attention to the unique things about her that other guys miss. And you're commenting on them in a way that creates curiosity instead of just stating facts. You're not just some guy who complimented her. You become the guy who gets her in a way most people don't. You become the guy she wants to understand better. All right, guys, there you have it. 4 forbidden compliments that will make you completely unforgettable to any woman you use them with. But remember, these aren't magic spells. They work because they come from a place of genuine curiosity and interest. Don't just memorize the words. Understand the psychology behind them. Pay attention to what makes each woman unique. Notice the things other guys miss and comment on those things in ways that create mystery instead of just stating the obvious. Do that and you'll never have trouble making a last impression again. If this helped you out, hit that like button. Subscribe for more dating psychology that actually works. And let me know in the comments, which of these 4 are you most excited to try? It's been your girl, Rene here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember, be genuine, be curious, and watch what happens.